to set up my headset setting.
Yeah, I got this game and this game sounds
Hmm.
the same like I did last night. I'm about to go ahead and just start the live. Um, hey, one person said they would join. He said it's the least I could do for you. Oh, that's what's up.
Okay.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna let him know I appreciate that real quick. I'm joining.
I think I hear your fan blowing again already. Let me know if you ever hear mine, cause I tell you, we got an air conditioner running too. Well, I mean, is yours an air conditioner or a fan? Fan.
Um, a fan. It's a ceiling fan.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, we got an AC going.
Is it loud? Mine?
Yeah, it's constant too. I don't want to say loud, but it's like you know how you can hear that. You know what you can do? You can actually go listen to it,
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you
so
have
you
can
can
in
hear how
mine.
they see how they hear, cause they gonna hear this the whole time. Like if you don't change the settings or try to fix it, they gonna hear this the whole live stream, cause it's that consistently blowing and like yeah.
Yeah, I hear it.
Mhm. And if you just like listen for
Yeah.
a little bit, it just kind of don't stop. It's just kind of like here, there, kind of frequently.
Yep.
So,
No, I see. It only took me a second to see.
mhm. So that ain't gonna go away. So that's gonna be there the whole time. But what was we supposed to be talking about? You made me forget.
Let me cut this fan down, and I don't remember. Oh, I was about to say thanks to that dude, cause he said
Oh
that
yeah.
he was just saying it's the least he could do for me after what I
Mhm.
did, and I was like, thanks, I appreciate that for real. Hey, that's when I realized being a good person really can get you far in life in ways you wouldn't even realize. Like, you might not even realize all the people that you done touched for real, like in ways you didn't even think of for real, cause I know I never did. But since I've been starting this and reaching out to people, which I haven't reached out much, but the few people I have reached out to, they've been so kind to me and so respectful and like just like, oh yeah, for sure for you, you know? And that made me feel so good. I didn't
That's
know I meant that much to people.
mhm. That's good.
I be trying. So, okay. Spiritual warfare and demonic attacks, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Demonic attacks. That's a lot of typing for me. Um, demonic attacks. And I'm gonna just put the symbol, uh, spiritual warfare. Alright. And we are live.
You all late. I've
It
been
didn't
live.
tell me I was live.
No, you good. Okay. Well, I shared mine's
Oh,
on. Go ahead.
you shared it with Coda?
I think so. Let me see. No, I shared it on my Facebook first, but she'll most likely probably join yours. So you can send her yours, and whichever one she join, I'll just probably look at that one.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, that's the dashboard. I'm going to go to.
I don't got Twitch anymore. I mean, Twitter, but if I had it. I would post it on Twitter. I don't post hardly anything on that anymore. I kicked that to the curb.
Mm, I ain't had Twitch. I mean Twitter since I was like a kid. Like literally. That was just for Coda.
Okay.
So yeah, let me go here. Yeah, and I told him it was still like new and stuff, so you know, it ain't like we not perfect yet. We'll never be perfect, but I mean, all right,
Wait a minute.
cool.
I disagree with that. You can be perfect in Christ, and there's some things you can do perfect.
Hmm,
Biblical facts.
I like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, well, sir. I'm definitely trying to perfect that craft, like for sure. Life is just better with God in it. I mean, I done had it both ways, so I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I get what you were
It's
saying
just
too.
better.
Okay, so what is the first? Are you ready to start talking about this?
Mhm.
Or do you got? Okay.
Yes,
So what's
sir.
some of the first? Where do you want to start? Because I do want to do like two parts, or I don't know how many parts we'll do, but I don't want to get the side of the demonic activity, whether how we've been attacked, our own experiences, whatever's lately or in the past, or that part, and then combine it with spiritual warfare, which is gonna be in there anyway. But then also the other side about how to win the fights and the trials and things you're going through. I do want to get that part too. Is there any other
Okay.
parts that I didn't say that should go in here or that's going in here?
So, um, okay. So walk me through the bullet points one more time. Is
So I think we should do like one part would be it's two parts in my vision. So it's like we do the part we do the part when we talk about the demonic activity combined with spiritual warfare, our own experiences, or just talk about that. And whether we get scriptures or not as well, we discuss that part. Then we go to the part of how to overcome the trials and combat the spiritual warfare and win the trials and stuff like that with scriptures or without. But that's the two parts that I think that I see in the discussion. What do you have any extra parts that we should talk about?
no, that sound pretty good to me.
Okay.
Yeah, that sound good to me. We're gonna talk about yeah, spiritual warfare, demonic attacks that we've experienced, um, things I guess just things along that nature, and then the rest I'm sure it'll just guide us.
Okay, cool with me. Well, I'm gonna get my laptop out in case people start chatting and I can read along. I don't know which one I should watch more, mine's or yours, but
Oh,
whichever one has the most activity.
um, I forgot to do one thing
Go ahead.
since my day has been so hectic. There
Okay.
was one thing I wanted to do. I picked the wrong character. I'm a boy. I'm a dang on boy. Okay. Oh, anyways,
What did you
what was
want
I
to
trying to
do?
say?
You was talking
Oh,
about.
I wanted to start this with a verse that
Go ahead.
correlated, and I don't know which one because I didn't have no time to look it up yet. But I'm
Oh,
gonna do it in just a second.
okay. Take your
And I
time.
just wanted to start it with something like, oh, it's all type of messed up, but it's gonna get right.
Hmm.
It's gonna
Okay.
get right. gonna get right. We can't run. This sucks. I'm just over here like, oh my goodness. I'm like, why can't I get away? And I keep remembering.
Yeah, it's on slow.
Yes, sir.
Do you know how the verse goes so we can track it down?
No,
Oh,
I didn't even get a chance. I was gonna do some studying, and I was gonna do some writing, and
so
that's what happens when you let demons distract you.
so it was. That's what I was gonna ask. So from what happened earlier, you let that sidetrack you from that. That's what you confirming?
Ye- yes, sir. That is what I'm confirming.
Wow, I didn't
It's
know
the
that.
truth.
I mean, if I would have known that, I would have called you to pray with you or something. But I thought since you say you be praying all day, I
Oh
thought
my
you was
gosh,
good.
why am I? Yeah, I do. I stay in prayer. Like whenever I'm feeling anything, I just be staying in prayer. But that doesn't mean that I still don't be needing to be checked up on and I don't be needing help because I definitely do. Like for sure. Like I be going through it sometimes, and like I was saying, I was just trying to uh I was doing hair and stuff, but I was trying to. I ended up like my mom ended up being like she would take over it for me. So I was like, cool, that'll give me some time to research tonight and come up with these verses and like like that kind of thing. But then all that stuff happened, so then I didn't never. I just got distracted. That was all. But it's okay. I'ma still do it. It's just I wasn't able to do it when I wanted to, how I wanted to do it. But that's fine.
Hmm.
It's really not that big of a deal. But yeah, I definitely stay in prayer, and I feel like everybody should. Like, but that doesn't mean you're not gonna struggle or that you're not gonna need help.
Yeah, I know
So
that.
I don't think you should ever take it as that, because that's not what I mean. Like, I was just saying last night to Coda when we was in here, like how much it meant when I was moving out, and you had called to pray with me that time because I felt like I was just like on the verge of, like whatever. But when you had called, it's kind of like it had rejuvenated my my motivation to just keep going and don't look back, basically. So never underestimate the power of prayer when somebody needs somebody just because that's one thing that I like this quote that I used to hear back when I had like social medias and stuff. They would say check on your strong friends, because people always feel like because you're strong, and literally that's me. Like people always have done me that way. They feel like because I'm strong that I ain't need nobody, like I ain't need no help. They always be like, oh, she good. But really there was times where I was like drowning, and just somebody just calling me to just be like, hey, you good, would have probably like saved my life at the time, bro. So that's just the truth. I'm trying to get inside the bunker even though I can't run.
This'll work. Something you should see here.
There we go. So, so yeah, that's another thing. Just check on your strong friends. It don't matter how strong you think they are. They need somebody too. Your healing friends, the friends that always come through for you and always checking up on you, it's probably because they really need somebody to check up on them. But if you're not that friend, you wouldn't understand how people like that operate. But because I am that friend, I understand how they need somebody too.
The other door! It stopped! Try it again! We've lost power! Wait, there's a backup generator! Where? Down this tunnel! Machine room! On the right! Huh? This is a goddamn shit show! Doc, you need to find a place to hide! And stay on the radio!
Okay, you said you want to start with this, but this might be a while before you can find it. So you might have to throw it in
Oh
there
yeah.
after.
Yeah, yeah. It's fine. I'm gonna get to it eventually. It's okay for now, anyways. I'm not in like a super rush or nothing. I just realized it's just like trial and error basically. That's all. Like I just realized things that I want to do and that I should do, and now that I'll have a lot more time on my hands, I'll be able to just better plan. Like I'll be able to plan things better. I'll be able to like come up with things better, and I won't just have to be going off the top all the time the way I have been. But to be honest, I don't mind doing it like that. That's just how I am anyways. I operate like that normally, so it don't bother me. Just go off the top,
Alright, so
whatever comes to
spiritual.
mind.
Okay, so spiritual warfare and demonic activity. Do you have any any experiences with spiritual warfare and demonic activity that you want to start with to share?
Um, mm,
Here we go. Me
what
too.
about you?
What was all I heard was what about me?
Yeah, I was like, what about you? You got anything off the top of your head that you just
Come
wanted
on,
to get out
bitches.
that comes to mind right when you think of it? Like when you think of spiritual warfare, demonic attacks, what's the situation in your life
Well,
that has
today,
happened to you? Like
today.
that's what I wasn't trying to say that, but but that's all. That's why I was like, how about you go? Cause
um, I, I mean, yeah, I mean, you got people accusing you of stuff that you ain't trying to do. Um, wasn't your agenda,
Hit the switch.
but
Power up the grinder.
so okay, and this is interesting too, because there's scriptures that talk about how I think they may call the main adversary the accuser. I could be wrong,
yes,
but I think I've read that
yeah,
before.
the accuser.
Yeah,
Yep,
because
I
it
have
says
read
he
that
accuses
before
us
as
day and
well.
night.
Well,
I
what do
think
we have
that's
to do?
in I think it's in either 1 Peter 5:8 or 2 Peter 5:8. I think it's 1 though, not two. If this nigga closed the door on me one more time, you know how you be trying to
He
like,
trying to be safe.
yeah,
Yep.
but still, I'm right behind
He
you.
trying to be safe. He like
Jeez,
you
Lord,
would. He like you need
wait.
to hurry on up.
Look,
We can't
Taking
got
too
run
this,
long.
fast.
bitches.
We all gotta walk
Yeah.
slow. I can't,
I think he keep forgetting that because I am.
man.
I keep
Anyway,
forgetting that.
um,
Anywho.
yeah.
Out of
What was I talking about?
Oh
Oh
Lord.
yeah.
Oh.
So today, yeah. So that scripture came to mind. I want to get that. Track that down in a minute. See where
Um.
that's at. Go ahead.
Yeah, we should. That's one of the things where I was like, maybe starting soon, I'll be able to like do like more research beforehand. So like when we do, I already have this stuff like just ready to go. So when we get to stopping points in between the games, what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna pull out that list that I have of the verses that I want to say to back up what we talking about. And that's just how I'm gonna do it in the like when I get downtime or whatever. Then I can do a little bit of reading in between the games too. So I will have intentions to do that today, but yeah, it just didn't work out like that. But
Yeah, demons
I was
got in the
also
way.
gonna say,
Or a demon.
yeah,
Here's the document down here. You was gonna say what?
I was also gonna say about the accusatory thing. That
Somebody
is
should see
like
you.
a real first sign of any demon because that's something that I dealt with a lot with when it came to my ex. Like that was something that they did a lot, and in a worldly way that people would describe stuff like that would be they would say stuff like uh only a cheater keeps accusing another person of cheating and stuff. That don't be true. That don't be true all the time. Like people don't realize that some people really are under the influence of
Nice.
demons and they're like even possessed, like go as far as to be like literally possessed, and it don't matter what you believe in.
Look,
If you
right
believe in it
here.
or not, that really don't matter because your beliefs have no bearings on the truth. The truth is people be possessed
Eyes
and
open for a
they be
look.
dealing with demons, and that's one of the main things that they do is accuse you of things like
I can
that
see
don't
some
even have
enemy.
any bearings at all. Like you know, like they'll accuse you of cheating or accuse you of being a bad friend or they'll accuse you of lying to them, and it's just like about what? You know what I mean? You'll literally be like about what? And then they'll just come up with something. You're like, we already talked about that, and I told you that wasn't true. And then they'll just keep on going back to it and keep on going back, like just to get you out of your body, you know, so you be upset, and then you know you get thrown off track, which this goes back to what we was talking about last night. Anything to get you to separate from God, because then that causes you a spiritual like death, you know, like that's the whole
Mhm.
point of it. So it all ties in, like everything that we talk about and that we do ties in with everything because it's the truth. I mean, it's gonna always make sense because the truth. I mean, honestly, the truth is very simple, and the truth always makes sense. Like it do. Like people want to say, like, oh, the truth don't make sense. No, it's just when you're so used to hearing lies, when you're programmed to believe lies, it's easier to like. There was this quote, and I can't remember who the quote came from, but the quote said, it's
Bridget!
easier to get people to believe a lie than it is for you to show somebody the truth, and it's literally the truth. Like
Something you should see here.
it made me think about this movie that I watched one time. It's called They Live,
Mhm.
and it's like a movie
Mhm.
from like the 80s. You
Yep.
seen it?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like a movie from like the 80s, and like the dude already knew in the
Yeah.
movie what was going on, and he was trying to just get the dude to put on the glass. Like, remember, he beat his
Yeah,
ass to
and
put,
they
like,
had
he
to
would
fight
not.
the yeah, they was
Yeah,
fighting.
yes, he would not put on the glass. Like they almost beat each other to death. He was like, "Bro, just put on
Mhm.
the glasses and you'll see what I see." Like, I don't want to talk about this shit. No, like just put on the glasses. And he started beating them up. He was like, "You gonna put on these glasses?" He was like, "I'm not gonna put them on." And I swear that's what it's like dealing with people today. It's like literally just like that. Like you gotta beat them up basically to like get them to see stuff, and they still won't like, and all you're like it's right here in front of you. If only you'll have it. Like if like you know, if only you'll listen, if only you'll have it. It's all right there for you, but they don't want to. So yeah, you beating up people to put on the glasses all day every day. So it's like, man, they just don't want to. They don't want to see. So whether you believe it or not, people definitely be under
Full
demonic attacks,
exterminator.
and they be possessed, and that's coming from a person that lived it, and not even on no churchy type of, not even on no church type stuff like, oh, churchy, like no, like literal, like literally, I lived with a demon for like almost a decade.
There's no ammo crate, is it?
No, sir. It hasn't been this entire game. If you haven't, we got three, whatever. It's no medical items. You can't
Gotcha.
sprint and full ammo.
Well, it's almost over.
Yes, sir. It really wasn't that bad.
I'm gonna use these heavies.
I'm glad it's almost over because I don't got my character.
I know. I literally quit a match earlier today because I ain't have my character.
Look, right
I
here.
don't
Dude,
like that.
that's what I wanted to do, but I was with you, so I didn't. But if you wasn't here, I swear I would have quit.
Gotcha.
No cap.
Switch sides! Swarm inbound!
So, back on topic of, like, yeah, um, back on topic of what we were saying though. Oh, yeah, demonic attacks.
Oh, I got one. I got a story.
Mhm.
I just thought
Let's
about it.
hear
When
it.
I used to work for this place called Winston-Salem Journal in my city, I remember I was it was three lines, assembly lines, to put these newspapers in so we can put the newspapers together. And I remember it was this line that the machine operator name, her name was Jennifer for this particular line, and it was in the middle. And so I'm on Jennifer's line that day, and it's this lady named Cassandra who was with the Greensboro crew, which Jennifer was with the Greensboro crew, but she was on number two, and Cassandra was on like number three or one. And so Cassandra is like, you know how you can see somebody's lips moving, but you can't hear what they saying. So
Yeah.
I looked over in her direction, and then, matter of fact, this what happened. Jennifer set me up. Jennifer, the machine operator, come over there where I'm at. I'm working. She over there doing her little job or acting like she working, and then she gonna whisper to me or say kind of in a low voice. She's like, "Hey, don't look at her when I say this, but Cassandra's looking at you, saying some stuff or something like that." And I look right over it. I did exactly what she said not to do, or basically, I look over at this lady and I see her looking at me, and not long after I look, she just started saying stuff, and I can't hear what she's saying because she's kind of far away and it's loud in there. And then all of a sudden, she get off of the machine and just walk into the manager's office and the supervisor's office. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna get fired. So I go. Actually, I get called into the manager's office after that. After she done in there, I'm thinking I'm gonna get fired. They're gonna take her word against mine. So um, the supervisor at the time tells me that Cassandra is on medication and she just had to speak to her sister and explain to her about some things. And she says that she hears voices in her head, and
Mhm.
she may have said some more things, I'm sure, but like I didn't know that. So
Mhm.
I was only there for maybe a few months, going on a year, 'cause I was a temp, and that lady been with them for a while, so I didn't know. But other people probably knew, but not me. So th- at at this point, Cassandra was already like starting to spread lies about me, making claims that I never said, talking about he got a girlfriend and trying to talk to me. hmm and she used to call me Mr. Cool all the time. And I'm like,
Still cool.
yeah. And I'm like, okay. But after a while, she just started lying. And then I ain't never say nothing bad. But I remember asking her one day, I'm like, what God you serve? And she was like, Jesus or something like that. I'm like, okay, so you supposed to be a Christian, but you acting like this. Okay. And then I find out more information as time go on. I find out that she's done this to several guys. She's done this to me, to this guy named Lawrence, to this guy named Larry, and this random person on the transit bus, because they catch the bus from Greensboro all the way to Winston just to go to work and back and forth every day. And I heard that she did this to a random stranger on the bus, never met him, and just started treating him like that. And the people that ride with her, that know her, that work with her, had to get on her about it because she was in the wrong. So, and what I was putting together was Larry. He's the type of guy that always brings a book or several books with him to work to read. Sometimes it might be a biblical, spiritual book or some sort of history book, but he's always trying to read something. And he is a believer in God. Then Lawrence, he is still worldly, but Lawrence is at least somewhat godly because he does care about godly things. But he just might not be where he need to be spiritually, clearly. But so it seems that everybody that she was messing with is, I don't know about the guy on the bus, seemed to believe in God or be somewhat godly. So I'm like, maybe it's something with that. Maybe she mess with people that's godly or something. I don't know. But then I remember hearing about how in the past, before I even started working for this company, shut up, bye, that her and Larry was finna get into a fight at work because of, I guess, the same stuff. And I didn't know this, so I remember now me and Larry we would talk about the Bible, the spiritual, biblical stuff, and I asked Larry one day. I say, Larry, I said, do you think that Cassandra is under the influence of demons communicating with her, or that she's possessed or something like that? And Larry was like, I don't know. And then so a week go by. Larry come back to me and he say, you know what, I've been thinking about what you said, and you know what? I think you right. so so Larry went from not not going with what I said at first, not knowing for sure, but he thought I was right, or he thought I may be right. So I'm finna just select something real quick. Hold on.
Mhm.
Mm, all right, I'm gonna try this one. Okay, I'm ready. Oh, I gotta choose my character. What the crap? But so that's a story, and this how it kind of it got to a point where this lady would always say something negative about me, and I still it got to a point I ain't even want to help her like that, but I would still help her, but I knew the outcome. So I remember it got to a point where one day we was leaving work, and she was walking out as I was walking out, and this lady named Danita, who's a believer too. Me and her, we communicate about the biblical spiritual at times, and Cassandra's on her mess again, and she started saying some nasty, disrespectful stuff, right? And I was like, I said something like, why you be saying stuff like that? I don't know how I said it, but I was offended. But I ain't saying nothing disrespectful. I was just like, what's up with you? But then Nita had to get on her about it. I ain't even have to say too much. Then Nita got on her about that, and that was the end of that. And then I just remember that like that lady never. In the beginning, she was okay. She didn't do that, but after a while, she just started doing that. Started lying about me. Yeah, just being rude to me. And I had to think about it. Well, I know it was spiritual warfare, but because if a person supposedly believe in God and Jesus, and they supposed to be on that same side you on, why would they treat you like that if you're a believer too? Especially if you never did anything wrong to them. Like I never said anything out of the way, never treated her wrong. So I don't know why she was doing that to me. Well, I mean, I got my ideas, but it didn't make sense. So that's a story that I thought about.
Yeah, that was a good story about how they operate and how they are accusatory. That's literally like that's one of the main things you can tell like an accusatory person or whatever, because it's not even them for real, it just be whatever spirit be operating through them. And it'd be really frustrating too, like it'd be so quick. Oh, hey, Miss Candy.
Oh,
Thanks for
what's up, Miss
showing
Candy?
love.
I ain't know she was there yet. I ain't even got my stuff set up yet. I don't know who in the chat.
Yeah,
Trying to get it together,
I
y'all.
just saw that. Yeah, we still new at this, but so what was I trying to say? The accusatory thing. I was gonna say it'd be very frustrating, and it'd be hard not to get out of your body and want to be like, like start cussing them back out and stuff. like,
True that.
like today. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you for coming through for real. I appreciate that. I guess you be doing Twitch too. If so, I mean I subscribe to your channel. I'm new to Twitch, so I'll follow whoever. I don't care. I'm just here to have a good time, talk about some good stuff, make some good friends, meet some good people.
Oh, and that lurker, he kind of
Um,
scared me there. My bad. Go ahead.
so Oh, okay. So it be real hard, like when you be dealing with a demon, it be real hard to not want to cuss them back out and stuff, and like lay hands on them, cause it be like so many times where I had to deal with people like that, and it be so hard not to cuss them out. And I done failed a lot. Like I done cussed them out for real, and like just like how they kind of, and it be like, cause it just be making you so mad, and it's like that's what they be wanting to do to you. Like they want you to feel that way, and
Something's
and it
wrong.
just be hard. But that was just another thing I wanted to say to that in terms of like what you had just said that reminded me of it. But
Should work.
okay, demon experience that I've had. I've had lots. I lived with one for 7 years, so I have endless stories about this, like just a lot. But let's see. Okay, should I talk about like, do you want to hear more like demon experiences through humans or like just true like demonic activity, like them
Any
operating through people, or
anything that you feel is good to share, that you
What's
comfortable
in store?
sharing, because I don't know what you're
okay?
comfortable sharing and not comfortable sharing. So
Uh, when it comes to trying to help people, I mean, my testimony is my testimony. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not really the type of person to be trying to hold back too much because it's just like, well, I mean, it happened. It happened. That's just like my personality towards things.
Okay.
Like, I don't feel like people be gossiping if people talk about me to other people and it's something that I actually did though. Like if I harmed somebody or I did something to them and they be like, oh, she did this, I don't feel like that's gossip for real. Like I did it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why you should be careful of the things you do and say and like how you be treating people. But cause it can come back to haunt you or help you. You never know. But back on topic. So um demonic activity. Let's see.
yeah, just pick
Okay.
a good one or
Okay,
whichever one you got. Go ahead.
this is a good one. So my old house, I used to live at this apartment. Um it was just it was like just like I had looked for months to find me a place to live and I could not find anywhere, like nowhere to live. Like this was like the only place I could find, but it wasn't a bad place. It was actually a really nice apartment. So I was just like, oh man, thank you. Like I was like, thank God, like I finally found something, you know, like that's just how I felt. Um
Document. Go ahead.
Have a look at this.
where
Behind you.
I hope it ain't up there.
No, it's right there. Turn around. Right there.
Look what I found.
Keep
Oh,
going though. You were
thanks.
saying you found an apartment and all that.
Um, yes, I had moved into this apartment and it was the only apartment I could find. So I took, oh my gosh, Lurker.
I know. I heard him. I was looking
So,
for him. Go ahead, my bad.
oh, I already had one. Somebody else get this. You come get this, y'all.
I got it.
Okay, so, um,
Have a look at this.
okay, so I was living at this apartment. There was this lady down who lived downstairs below me because it's like the type of apartments it was. It's like normal apartments, but there's like four people that live in like one complex, if that makes sense. So there's like a person across from you, a person to the side of you, and then like two people below you. So there was just like four of us, but one of them was empty. The lady across the hall from me, she had cancer, and the lady downstairs from me, her name was Violet. So when I first moved in, she came to introduce herself to me, and when she did, she introduced herself as a medium.
Oh
Well, at the
no.
He
time,
stopped.
yeah, yes, yep. So at the time, I didn't really know what that meant, and I really just kind of, well, I mean, I knew what a medium was, and I done saw the shows and all that kind of stuff, but I really just thought nothing of it. I'm like, oh, that's some BS, you know what I mean? Like that ain't nothing.
Look what I found.
She a medium, like it just sounds stupid to me. I'm just like, whatever. But it was important enough for her to tell me that, so I probably should have listened, but I didn't. I allowed her in my house. First mistake, right? So when I was living there, um, first day I'm there, there's like this pile of goo on my floor, like just this black. just this black goo like out of nowhere, and it seemed like it was coming from the refrigerator, but I could never pinpoint where it was. Like it seemed like it was leaking out of the fridge. I've never seen a refrigerator leak black goo, by the way, like ever in my whole 30 years of life. But this night it was leaking black. It wasn't leaking. It was just like a black thing under the on the floor beside the refrigerator. Um, which reminds me of that episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog that we was talking about from
Hmm.
the lady from the Black Goo, literally. But you'll see. So, anywho, I cleaned it up. It come back and it will always be in the same spot every freaking time, like the same spot, same shape, everything, same. So I would clean it up. Next day, it come back. For 3 days, it was like that. The third day, I could no longer clean it up. So like as I'm scrubbing it, like I got Brillo pads and everything, cause I'm like, man, I don't like this big old black spot. Just like, I'm trying to clean it. I could not clean it up no more, like at all. Like I don't know why. Like I have no idea why, but why I couldn't clean that up. But like I'm about to get them.
Take your time.
So so
You saying you ain't know why you couldn't clean it up?
yes, I could not get that black goo up off of my floor. So it just stayed there the whole time I lived there, and I only lasted in that house for 7 months, and then I had to flee from it. But this is what started happening. So, um, everybody around me just started kind of seeming like they was possessed, like how
Mm.
we would say accusatory. Like she started
Yeah.
accusing, cause at the time I was dating this guy, and she would just be accusing him of like peeping in her window, and I knew it was a lie, and that's like a pretty big accusation to be making about somebody, especially somebody that I'm dating, because I want to know these kind of things. If so, be a weirdo, like you know what I mean. So I'm just like, he peeping in your window, and she like, yeah, he peeping in your window and stuff. He peeping in my window.
Have a look at
I don't
this.
want that.
No, I'm
And,
talking to trying to get the other person to get it. They don't got no heavy weapon.
Look what I found.
I don't know if they coming, but if
okay.
they not, then oh well.
Putting the others at risk. Move inside.
What's this?
But
You know what? I
like just
need it. I
the
don't even
cute.
got a heavy weapon. But go ahead.
I got one. Oh, it only got one shot in it, but
Very
I
nice.
take it.
Who is this walking
So
up here? And then baby cake
I don't
finally
know.
coming
Did
up
they
here.
take it?
No, they because I took it before
That's
them.
so funny.
They they wasn't coming, so I ain't think they was coming, and I realized I don't even got a heavy, so I took it, and then here they come.
They probably like, go on. They probably, you want me to take this so bad, fine, I'm gonna come take it, and then I
Well,
don't think I
anyway,
got one of these. No, I
they all
don't. I should
late.
have took that.
Here you, I think you'll be better off with one of y'all with that than me. That equipment bag.
The ammo improvement. What is that?
No, it's the equipment improvement bag.
Equipment. Okay, yeah, that'll be great. Don't mind if I do. Is there another? Yep, Drone Master
Have a
in
look
the
at this.
squad. Okay, so this lady, Violet, medium, that lives below me or whatever, they just start doing really weird stuff. Like they start accusing, they start doing weird stuff, and then like the property, like everybody around me starts to be getting weird. Like the property manager, like just everybody in that area just start acting weird, like towards me. And by weird, I mean they were doing stuff like stalking me. I ended up finding people like they was following me to work and stuff. Like they was following me to my job. And the reason why I knew that it was her for sure, cause I was kind of unsure like the few times I saw it, but I was like, I'm not crazy. Is because she had this specific color blue car, and she had this specific kind of curly hair that like you just can't, you couldn't forget it. Like it was just very specific. So, I knew it was her, and I'm just like, but why are they following me though? Like, they don't have no reason to be following me for it, but they was. Well, it started progressing more to like she kept on calling the police on me like every day, bro. Like every day, the police started just showing up to my house, like for no reason. It would be like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just chilling out watching, you know what I mean? Like I'm chilling, watching some TV, eating some food, and here come the police knocking on my door again. It got so bad to the point that I stopped opening my door. I was like, I'm not opening that door. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like they just gonna be, like they just gonna be knocking. The police would be a knocking, and they
Mhm.
started threatening me through the door, bro. Like the police started saying stuff to me like, "We gonna catch you one of these days." I'm like, I ain't even did shit. Like, what are you gonna catch me for? They be like, "One of these days you gotta come out." And then the property manager in her will all be there together, and they would be saying this shit to me. They'd be like,
Have a look
"You
at
gonna have
this.
to come out sooner or later," like that kind of thing or whatever. And I'm like, the fuck, I ain't never coming. Like, I ain't coming out unless I gotta go to work. Y'all tripping now. Y'all really tripping. So, anywho, she kept on doing that. Well, one night, I was about to go out, so it just stuff started getting weirder. One night I was about to go out, like just to like this little kickback or something. It wasn't nothing like major, but it was with like the dude I was telling you I was talking to. So I mean, I was excited. I had my little outfit and everything. Like I was taking a shower. Like I was getting ready to go. Well, when I get out, and I always got dressed in my bathroom. Like that's just what I did. I just got dressed in the bathroom, and I would always keep my clothes like on the toilet seat because it just made life easier. Well, I could not find them clothes nowhere at all. Like, so I'm looking all over my house, and I'm like, know, I know. And like the way that my house is, like, you have to walk past the living room to get to the front door. Like, you have to walk past the couch in the living room. So, um, when I came back home that night, I just was like, forget it, I'll find something else to wear. So when I came back home that night, my clothes was sitting right there on the couch, neatly folded, bro, with socks on top of it and everything. I was like, there's no way. I'm like, okay, that's when I knew something was in my house because I already knew it. I was already feeling like that. Like, I was already feeling like that. So I was like, okay, all right, I'm not gonna panic. I'ma just whatever. She told me the lady downstairs was telling me when I moved in, and it brought back this memory because she was telling me that there was some lady in my house that lived there before me for like 16 years and that she had died or whatever, and how she knew she died was because her spirit was walking around in her apartment when she died or whatever. And that's how I knew. I was like, did she die in this house? And they was like, no, she didn't die in that. Which I knew they was lying. I was like, yes, she did, because I could feel it. I was like, I knew she did. And I felt that, so it made me remember that. But I was like, I don't feel like it's her though. Like I feel like it's something else, like something more sinister. Oh yeah, well it was. So one night I go to the bathroom, and out of nowhere, I just start losing my hearing, like literally just losing my hearing. Like it's just like I start hearing this buzzing sound, and it just slowly start getting like louder but softer at the same time. So where like I couldn't even hear nothing no more. So I'm talking to myself, and I'm like, hello, hello. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't hear no more. Like I'm like, hello. Like I'm screaming to myself. I'm panicking. I don't know. Something just started telling me I need to get up. I need to go to the bed. Soon as I'm about to get up, cause I was on the toilet, so I was like, let me wipe first. I couldn't even do it. I was just like, I gotta get to the bed. Soon as I try to get up to get to the bed, I start losing my vision. So like I start going blind. Like literally, I'm not talking figuratively or none of this. I'm not dreaming. I mean in real life, nigga. Like I start losing my vision. Like everything start going black. Like you know how like a TV screen, like when it's like cutting off, like how it's like. But it was just like that, except it was going slow, and everything just started going dark. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to make it to my bed. Like I don't know why I had to make it to my bed, but something just was telling me I had to make it to my bed. So I I'm trying to hurry. Like as I'm losing my vision, I already can't hear nothing no more. As soon as I hit soon as I hit my bedroom, I started like blacking out, and I never passed out before, but I just knew I was about to pass out. So I was like, I fell and I hit my head on the wall, and I'm like, yep, I'm about to be like, I hit my head on like the door frame of my room, and I was just passed out. I was gone. Um, I don't know. I don't remember nothing from when I was blacked out. I don't remember like seeing nothing, hearing nothing, nothing like that. But when I woke up, I was laying on top of it was like this baby. I was laying. That's what made me come too. I was laying on top of this baby's legs, and it was like whimpering and like crying, and I was like on my back. And I know I didn't even have the. I wasn't even in my mind to think about it, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, something ain't right because when I passed, because I remember I passed out, and I remember what happened, and when I passed out, I went face down. When I woke up, I was on my back. So um I couldn't even like I just start panicking, but I still couldn't. I didn't feel good. Like I just remember I had this overwhelming feeling that I needed to get something to drink like bad, and I was just like, if I don't get something to drink, I'm going to die. Like, but I was too weak to get anything to drink, so I was able to make it to the couch, and that was it. And then I passed out again, and I don't know how many days I was out. I have literally no idea. But when I woke up again, I was in my bed somehow. I was in my like I fell asleep on the couch. Don't know how many days I was out, but when I woke up, I was in my bed and I was in sleep paralysis. So I don't know if you ever experienced sleep paralysis before, but I think you said you have, right?
Yeah, that's where something holds you down, right?
Well, yeah, something like that. I guess it was like I was paralyzed basically. I
Mhm.
couldn't breathe. I could see, but I couldn't hear. So it was like I could breathe and I could not breathe, but I could see and I couldn't hear. So all I could do was see. I couldn't move or anything. And something takes my head and it lifts it up to where I'm just looking at the bathroom. Now I always keep my bathroom door closed, but this time the bathroom door was open. So I'm looking in my bathroom and I see. Remember how I was telling you about them skinwalker things, like
Mhm.
that type of thing? It was sitting on the tank of my toilet, like the back, like the water tank of the toilet. It was sitting on the tank of my toilet, wrapped up in my shower curtain, like it was like a blanket, like just it had it wrapped up in this box. It wasn't even off the hooks or nothing. It just was wrapped up in my shower curtain, and it was in the fetal position, rocking back and forth like that, like just doing like that. I was like, oh shit. I was like, but I couldn't talk though, and I also couldn't breathe. So I start panicking. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm about to die. I cannot die like this. I'm like, oh my goodness. I don't know what to do. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm just like, it's just, and it, like, the more I start panicking, the faster it start rocking. So like, the less I could breathe, the more I start panicking, the faster it starts rocking back and forth like that. Like, so I didn't know what to do. I start calling out for Jesus. I was like, Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, or whatever. I was like, I don't care, save me, please. I was like, something help. Soon as I said that, and I mean, soon as I said that, it like, I don't know if you ever saw the old It movie, but there's like a part in the old It
I
movie
hated
where he
that movie
like,
because I hate clowns. But go ahead.
so do I. But there's a specific part in that movie where he melts and he like goes down the drain. That's
Mm,
exactly what it did. It like melted, like
I
whatever, and
hate
it
that
like
movie. That movie
slithered
makes me
down.
want to shake and like shiver, give me the creeps or something. I don't like that movie. But go
It
ahead.
give me the creeps too, so bad. Like even just seeing his face give me the creeps. Like for real. Like that's kind of what the stalkers look like. It's just the fact that they don't have hair, but like the face and the skin color, it be like that. It's just they be skinny and they be like naked or whatever.
Mm.
So that's what was sitting on the back of my toilet. So like I said, after that, I was just like Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, like whoever. I was like, I'm about to die if you don't come right now. And after that, I was able to get up. I was able to get up and just like had to reflect on what was happening to me. And I was just like, yeah, I couldn't ignore the stuff that was happening to me in that house no more. So I was like, yeah, I'm leaving. Like I'm leaving. Like I'm straight up leaving. I told you I was with the dude at the time. Well, he came over there and like he just get the fighting. Like he just get the fighting with me or whatever. And my toilet end up getting broke. Like literally the tank of the toilet gets broke. and water starts like going everywhere. It floods my apartment and her apartment. So like I was like, oh my god, like I was panicking so hard that I didn't even know what to do. So I just
When you say
was
her,
running
who is?
around with like a
When you say her, who is her?
Violet,
Violet.
Violet, the medium who lived downstairs below me that
Okay,
I
I
was
figured.
telling you about.
I figured you was talking about her, but I just didn't know all the details about her. Okay.
Yeah, so the water that like the back of my toilet tank broke and it floods my apartment and her apartment. And I'm like, oh man, I already know she about to call the police. Yep, she did. Well, and like it only took her like 3 minutes till she came beating on my door. She's like, open up the door, open up the door. That's it. You gonna get got this time and all this and that. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't got time to deal with you right now, lady. I'm trying to get this water. Like I'm like scooping buckets and cups, and I'm just like, oh, like I was just all I had to do was really cut the water off there, but I was just all over the yeah, I was just all over the place, and he was there too, and he didn't even think it to like neither one of us thought to just cut the water off for some reason. So yeah, the police come, they finally get me, like they have been trying to do for like months at that time, because they came every day, and then it started dying off a little bit the way they would come like once a week or whatever. But I was just like, well, I was like, yeah, I think I'm about to just have to leave this place. It's just becoming too much. But I still stayed, even after all that. I still stayed there, and I still had stayed there. But then one night, like they had put like a whole bunch of fans in my apartment to like air it out and stuff, because they had been breaking in my apartment when I wasn't home. And I knew that they were, because stuff would be moved around my house and I would leave it in specific places, so I would know that they been in there. So I knew that they was coming in my apartment when I wasn't home. But yeah, I was laying on my couch again one night. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and somebody started beating on my door. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro! Like I'm not trying to deal with the police. Like I'm not doing shit. And then they beat on my door. They're like, sheriff, like that, like sheriff, open the door. They're like, open the fucking door, sheriff. And I'm like, I'm literally just chilling. I'm like, I'm not opening that door. Um, but they kept on beating on my door. They're like, sheriff, open the door right now. I was like, okay, this time it was the sheriff, which was weird. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look through my peephole, and I'm gonna just, I don't know why something told me to look through my peephole, but I'm so glad I did, because when I looked through the peephole, it was a dude that was dressed in a cop outfit. He had on a baseball cap that was like covering his face, so I couldn't like see his face, and he was smoking a cigarette. So I don't know what type of sheriff that is, but he seemed like he was coming to kill a motherfucker tonight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no, I'm not opening that door. I am not opening that door. And after that, I left. Like the next day, I got all of my stuff that I could carry. And I used to collect movies.
Real
Like
quick,
I
did you
used
get
to
that
just
document before we leave?
yeah, I did. I
Okay, go
marked
ahead.
it too. Just it's just you here though, so it don't even matter.
It's all good. Go ahead.
But yeah,
Well, now there's somebody.
oh,
But go ahead.
I used to collect movies, and I just got everything that I possibly could grab, and I just left everything else because I was just like, yeah, that's how bad I had to get out of that house. Like I didn't even care about my stuff. I had to leave a whole bunch of stuff that I cared about behind, like my movies and other stuff. But it was probably not that bad considering, because a lot of them movies was, I ain't gonna say, it was just that I got them in a bad way. I'm gonna just say that. So it was probably good that that they got left behind. But yeah, so that was and that was the end of it. Like I broke my lease and everything. I was telling the dude, because I was like, I want out of my lease, like you, like I want out of my lease. I'm not taking no if ands or buts. he was just like, because I was like, I got proof that they've been breaking in my house. They've been harassing me for like the last 7 months every day. People been following me around. And like, meanwhile, I'm telling people in my real life about this stuff, and they're telling me that I'm just paranoid. They're like, bro, you is paranoid. Ain't nobody following you around, bro. Like, you know, and I'm like, dude, I swear they are, and I got proof. And they just like seeing it. And I'm like, that could have been anybody. I'm like, no, dude, it's her. Like, nobody believes me, you know? So, anywho, like, yeah, I just ended up fleeing from that apartment. I didn't care. I broke my lease and everything. And then she had the nerve to call me after I left. Like, the property manager had called me and was like, oh yeah, you done messed up
Somebody kill
now.
that
And she was
screamer!
like, now I'm about to put this on your record. And I was like, so you can't find nowhere else to live. And I was like, why would you do that to me when I have done nothing to y'all? But I just realized I was just dealing with demons. Like they was all, it was literally like a whole,
Rest
like,
in peace.
community of demonically possessed people that I lived at. And they were bothering me like immensely, like day in and day out. So that's just one story that came to mind about this.
We're gonna
And
get this and use it.
you can, okay, I don't need to use it.
Oh,
I
I
think
thought
that
you was the
boy,
one that needed it. My bad.
no, it's him. I'll heal him real quick if he don't run away. So yeah, that is literally what happened, and why and how I was dealing with like a whole community of like just demonically possessed people. And I never, like, she had offered, well, now I needed it. But she had offered to do like that. Remember how we was talking about that like tarot or turret? I don't know how to say, like, tarot card
Oh, Tara, yeah.
readings. Yeah,
Call me now
tarot.
for your free psychic reading.
Yeah,
Remember
she
Miss
had offered to
Cleo?
do that for me. Yes, I do remember that. But I never did. I was just like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I didn't want nothing from her, and it was just like so messed up how like you could be so evil towards somebody, and still she would be acting like we was friends or something. And I was like, I'm not your friend. You be calling the police on me every day, like, and I didn't even care to like even really ask her like, why do you keep calling the police on me? But like that one day when the police finally did get me or whatever, they had all came out and like tried to have like an intervention for me or some shit, like like everybody was like, you know how the church people be gathering and it's like, yes, we're gonna save her, Lord, and so it was like that, but like in a demonic weird way. And I was just like, I don't need your help, bro. I need to get away from y'all weirdos. That's what I need to do. But yeah, they ended up they didn't take me to jail, but they ended up taking my boyfriend to jail. He went to jail. He took one for the team that day, and he didn't even do nothing either. Like, he literally didn't do anything, but he went to jail that day. Like, I don't know why. I still don't know why. Like, even the cop was like, "Oh yeah, he's going to jail, buddy." I'm just like, "What's he going to jail for?" And they was just like, "He's going to jail because he was being combative. He was getting smart." And I was like, "That don't sound like a reason to arrest someone, but okay." Like, I'm not gonna push my luck here. But yeah, he had got out of jail like literally the next day. But when he had got out of jail, I couldn't find him cuz his phone was
Kill the
off
screamer!
and he didn't have no
Hands off the line,
charger.
creep.
So I couldn't find him for like a good while.
All guns on
But
the
I
move!
was at my friend's house, and then I ended up deciding to go look for him because I'm like, I don't know what these people could have did to him for real. When I started thinking about it, I'm like, he could have been somewhere dead for real. And so I was like, I'm gonna go start looking for him. The first place I went to go look for, he was sitting there. Indian style with these people with these like I don't know tree hugger people I guess, and they was just sitting there. He was like, "Oh my God, it's you!" He was like, "I was like, yes, I was looking for you, nigga." He was like, "Oh man, I just got a charger." I was like, "Ah, it's all good," and that's how that ended. And then we just left. I ended up moving to Texas, and that was pretty much the last I had heard of them people. And oh, I had one of the. It ended up being a small world because somebody who had been my friend for like a really long time, the lady who had lived across the hall from me, her daughter ended up getting murdered by her boyfriend, like the one who I was telling you that had cancer. Like, her daughter ended up getting murdered by her boyfriend, and the this dude who was one of my friends, it ended up being his cousins. Like that ended up being his family members. So I was like, wow, that was just a crazy experience. So that's how I had got kind of got updated on what had happened to them, like the people who stayed there, I guess.
Hmm.
Command, all charges in position. Please advise. Disengaging fuel lines now. Fall back and
So
provide cover until the ship clears the dock.
is that a lurker? Yes, it is. I sound just like her saying that. Is that a lurker? I guess it is me. Maybe it probably is a little lag. As long as it don't start doing like the other night.
Oh boy. I think I had a story, but it's a lot of stories. Like,
Oh yeah.
like
I told
it's,
you I got
it's
years worth.
well, go ahead if you want to share another one, cause I mean I got a lot.
No, no. I want you to share some. Like we just gonna take turns,
Okay.
cause yeah, it's a lot
Well,
to unpack.
um, let's see. I remember I was at this job. I'm glad it came back to my mind. It was a job where I was doing janitorial work at this school, and I remember it was this guy named I can't even think of his name, but that's not important. So I remember he was supposed to lock all the doors before he left the school because we the last ones there, and I think the security even left before us, but we were supposed to make sure everything was locked. And my uncle had the responsibility. I rode with my uncle to the job. I ain't had my own car at the time, so
Mhm.
my uncle was responsible for like making sure everything was closed because he was a supervisor, and if all the doors wasn't was not locked, we had to like go and make sure everything was locked. So I'm over there with my uncle riding with him, and one day we got to turn all the way around and go back to the school because the dude who I was trying to refer to earlier, I can't think of his name anymore, but he didn't lock the door, or however it happened, the doors weren't locked. So we got to go back. So we're going back, and I am not happy. I'm like, man, you better tell him to make sure he locked them doors before we leave. I was more upset than my uncle. My uncle wasn't that, he didn't take it like I did. I was hot. So, and he was like, don't say nothing to him. I was like, you better say something or I'm gonna say something. So, I remember when we got to work the next day, or whenever we was back at work and he was there, and when I was there, I sure ran my mouth. I just went up to the guy and I was like, look, make sure them doors locked before you leave. And he got an attitude with me, talking about, man, I did lock the doors. I did make sure them doors was locked, man. And I was like, look, I'm just saying, just make sure they locked. That's all I'm saying. And he was like, man, look, you better get out of my face before you get your face smacked. So we was about to get into a heated altercation, and then I said my little statement, and I left. I was like, look, just make sure the door's locked. And then I walked away. And then I remember he got ready to, not long after that heated exchange or whatever. Moon, watch out, Juggernaut.
I feel
He's
you.
dead.
I can't even run. This is so annoying. I keep trying to run. I keep remembering you can't run.
Oh, good. He dead now. Um, so I remember like not long after this heated exchange between me and him, and I remember he got another job or something, so it was his last day, and he had the keys to the school, so he was told to leave the keys with me. And me and him haven't spoken to each other since because of that, right? So we ain't trying to be around each other. We ain't trying to deal with each other. So I ain't know how things was gonna go. I know that when he came over there to give me the key, I remember like, cause the school had these white walls and painted in white, and I remember like where he was at. I had looked as he was giving me the key. I had looked to his like right over his like, I think it was his left shoulder or right shoulder. I forget because depending on how he was facing. But I remember I looked behind him to the like horizontally, and I remember looking at all these
Rest
little
in peace.
dazzling white lights, and it seemed like now I was trying to make sure that he didn't turn around and look. So I had looked at it for a little bit, and I looked back at him because I didn't want him to turn around and see it. So and he was saying his last little bit of words to me. He was like, "Here go the keys, blah blah blah," and he ain't say nothing else. And then that was it. And I had never forgot that, and I had thought about like what those white dazzling lights could have been. And to me, I thought they was I thought it represented like a good spirit keeping us calm or keeping him calm to not get out of control and try to cause an altercation or a fight with me or whatever kind of scene because we had already almost got there. So that's what I thought it was. But that's just something that happened to me at this school long, long time ago.
Mm. Uh-oh. Not this again.
Hmm? Oh, you died.
I was
Oh,
no, I was dying, but I'm okay now. I'm trying to get away from this area. Oh,
ooh, time to go. Here I come.
yes, sir.
Get out of here, bomber.
Oh, I forgot you had one of them things I gave you. That's good.
Man, they better let us go. Shut up, Infector. Oh boy. We probably should tell a few more and then get to the other side. How to fight the evil
Yeah,
spirits and stuff.
yeah. So, there was
You know
another.
what? I should tell a supernatural dream too. Cause they be coming
Yeah,
after
you
you in your
should.
dreams
Yeah,
too. But did you want to tell
yeah,
yours
you
first?
should.
You
Nope,
want me?
nope. You go.
Okay. I'm over here drinking this drink.
It's okay. I'm gonna
I
give me
don't even
some
know what
too.
flavor it is. I'm just drinking it. I had like went to the store because my niece and nephews ran out of drinks today. So hell, everybody here almost ran out of drinks. I was running out, but I ain't out. So I had got myself some water, and I saw like these juicy juices was on sale. They was like buy one get one free. This off topic bonus information, but I was like, okay. I've been wanting to try all the flavors anyway. So it was 13 different flavors. I got all 13. I'm like, all right, cool. So right now I got strawberry watermelon, which I've never had to my knowledge. So yeah, that's what I'm drinking right now. Okay, back to the story. So supernatural dreams. Let me say this too before I continue, because I should have said this from the beginning, but I just thought about it. So, a lot of ways evil spirits or demons can get to us or attack us is they can communicate with you by voice in your mind. They can communicate with you in your dreams while you're asleep. And I suppose if they can do it in dreams, they can do it in visions because dreams and visions are very similar. So, what else can they do? They can, of course, do it in reality. They can try to possess you, or they can possess a creature you own, an animal, or they can also. Now, I don't know if I experienced this and can actually confirm it, but I know it's possibly happened to me. Matter of fact, yeah, it has. Oh my gosh, I just thought about something. So they can actually cause things in your home to move, and they can move objects in your home, mess with you, try to put you in fear. What else? I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I hope I ain't leaving nothing out. I think I had something, but did I say everything? Of course, no, that counts with reality. Oh, they can also what? I think that counts with, with reality too, though. I guess I'll leave it at that. But so in this dream I was having, I've had a lot of dreams where they meet on me, but in this particular one, oh gosh, Nemesis. I was looking at that you know, mutator. Um,
Oh,
yeah, that's
oh,
all
and
good.
asthma. So we can't run again, pretty much.
I know. Gonna be walking around with that stupid bull. Okay, so um, so I remember I've had a lot of dreams. I'll just kind of say this in short, since I can't say it all tonight. Tell them all, because it's too many. I've been attacked in dreams, and the demons or evil spirits will take forms of dogs, wolves, giant brutes slash Nephilims, women, even little boys.
Mhm.
I didn't get attacked by it, but I just remember being at this school one time, and it was like a cafeteria, and a bunch of kids was at this little lunch table, this long lunch table, and one of these little boys, I remember pointing out of all of them, a white little boy, and I remember pointing at him, and I don't know what I said if I did, but I remember he opened his mouth with a shock mouth, like what? And then he just transformed into this black, like circular, dark object, spirit-like object, and just I think he went away. He didn't attack me though, but that's just what I meant. They can appear as little boys. They can shapeshift, transform to whatever, but except God, I don't think they can do that. I hope they're not allowed to do that. But what else? So anyway, I've also had to fight them like that in dreams, and I remember it was. I'm trying to think of which dream is best to share. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all this one because some people might be going through this. So I remember my cousin died in 2009. Me and him was real close. And ever since then, every now and then I would have dreams about him. But he did in reality. So I was trying to figure out like why do I dream about him? And is this really him, you know? And then after in 2015, I started walking with God and taking the Bible serious and started learning about the biblical spiritual stuff. And then I learned that, and I remember testing him in the dream, my cousin, when I saw him. I remember going up to him and I asked him a specific question that only he would really know. And when I asked him this question, the conversation that they was having before I asked him was about something different. But after I asked him the question, his response wasn't the response that I was supposed to get. Because if he was really my cousin, he would have knew the information to give me, but he didn't. He just gave me some. It's kind of like just kept going on with the conversation that they was already having. It's like he was programmed to say, those things no matter what. So I'm like, yeah, that ain't really my cousin right there. So that's how I also learned that that wasn't really my cousin in a dream. Plus, it was a scripture or maybe Demonology of King James that I had read this from, where it indicated that the evil spirits will try to, or they do, appear as your loved ones and try to imitate them in your dreams and try to pretend to be them, but it isn't really them. So, and I think the story in Demonology is he would try to support it by his opinion was, if I'm not mistaken, about how in the but that wasn't a dream. Was that a vision? I guess that was a vision, but I'm not even gonna say that, so I'm gonna just keep going. Um, so anyway, that is one thing that they can do. They can appear as your loved ones and sound like them. Try to trick you into believing that it's really them, but it's not. And just to go along with that one, I remember it was a short dream. I can't remember much of it,
Look over here.
but I remember
Not bad.
I just said this the other night in the other video. I remember getting so good at fighting them spiritually in my dreams that I said in my mind, I was like, they're gonna have to start using my mom against me because I was getting so good at defeating them, no matter how they was appearing. And then that same night, I had a dream. They used my mom against me. They sounded just like my mom, but it wasn't my mom. I'll just spare all the details, but that's what they can do.
They
Some of the things
tried
they can do.
it. They
Okay,
tried
your turn.
it. um, I wanted to say something in regards to what you was just saying about them appearing as your cousin, and then he didn't know
I'm going
something
to
about
try
your
the code.
cousin that
That he was supposed to
that your
know.
cousin wouldn't. Yeah, that
Yeah.
he was supposed to know.
Code work,
Um,
but
just I wanted to say something
zone
about that
false.
because well, I told you that my brother had got murdered in 2018. He was killed or whatever. They never found who did it or nothing like that. But whatever. That's besides the point. I'm not gonna speak on that. But I had asked my well after he died, I just kept feeling his presence around me. Like by that, I don't really know if it was him. It was just something that felt like him, and it was like something like somebody had to tell me something, you know. But it, like I didn't know what it. I just fit. Why these gold?
Oh, because he can't die.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, all you can do is knock him down for a bit, but he's gonna keep getting back up.
Should work.
Wow, that's crazy. I've never seen that before. Okay. Um.
Yeah, you just gotta keep an eye on him, and he'll get back up and try to get us. We gotta deal with him this whole game, like until we get to the end. He's never gonna die.
Well done.
Wow.
But go ahead, my bad.
No, you good. I was wondering what that was about my own self. But so yeah, my brother yeah, he passed he got murdered or whatever, and I just kept feeling something something around me like it wanted to tell me something, like it was trying to contact me or whatever. And I was like, I just felt like it was him. Like I don't know why, I just felt like it was my brother. So I wasn't afraid of it or whatever. It's just like sometimes, like you remember how we speak about like we felt those cold gusts of wind, that kind of thing. Like well, after my brother passed, I was like walking through my hallway, but I felt like a cold and a hot one all at the same time, and it was like I don't know, like just imagine like a cylinder shape, but just imagine it going from like the floor to the ceiling, like, and it was just filled with like this hot and cold air, and it was just like blowing around. It was very weird, but anyways, I felt like there was a presence there, like whenever I would feel that. So one day I was just like sitting there, and I was telling my mom that I felt like he was trying to visit me and stuff, and he was trying to tell me something. So I was like, I was like, I don't know, I felt crazy, so I'm gonna just ask in front of you so you can see for yourself what I've been going through. And so I just flat out asked out in the open. I was like, Brandon, because that's his name. I was like, Brandon, if such and such did this to you or whatever, who I think it is that did this to you, because I felt like he was trying to tell me he killed him. And that's what it was about. I was like, then just give us a sign. Well, out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, we had like a pack of, like, you know them 12 packs of tissues that just be like, you know, just in a pack of tissue.
The
Um,
toilet paper.
it was, yeah, toilet papers, yes. It was sitting on this chair in the dining room, and it wasn't opened or anything, but it just like something smacked it. You know how the pack sound when something smack it and it make that sound like that kind of sound? It did just like that, and the pack of toilet papers flew across the room. And when I say flew, I mean it flew. And me and my mom just both looked at each other like, you know, like what the type of face, and we didn't even say anything because there wasn't nothing that could be said.
Take out the script.
And then after that, I didn't really feel that presence around me anymore. So you just saying that just it just made me think about that. Like, was that ever even my brother? You know what I mean? Like,
Creeper down.
I don't. Well, mm, I can't say for that situation, but
That
it
script
might not have
is
been. I'm not sure.
yeah, like that's what I was just wondering. Cause that situation really made me think of that. Like when you were saying that, it literally, like I never saw him in my dreams or nothing like that that I can remember, except for one time. And it wasn't really even like him in my dream because he ain't really say nothing. It was just him sitting at a tree. It was just like just a grassland. It wasn't nothing else there. It was just like this grassland. He was just sitting there, or whatever. And he didn't seem like sad or anything. He just seemed like he was okay. And I was just like, Brandon. And he didn't say anything. He just like, just kind of smiled or whatever.
it's
And then he just went back to sitting and just was kind of like looking down. But he didn't seem sad though. It just like he was just looking down. And then, I was like, well, I hope that God will give you like a gift for me, like, you know, just to let you know I'm here. And out of nowhere, like this tree sprouted and it had fruits on it, and he ate it and he just started smiling, and that was it. Like, I don't know what that even means. And I don't like, even I never really thought that it was him visiting me or nothing like that, because it was more like I just wanted to see him, you know. And that's just what I saw.
And that
But
wasn't.
I ain't really seen.
Go ahead.
Hmm.
I was gonna
I
say,
was
and
just
that
gonna
was in
say,
reality that happened.
no, that was in a dream. Like,
Oh,
he was already dead. Like, it was after he had already got killed. It was like the only other time I've ever like seen my brother, like since that time when since he got killed, that it was
get away from me.
that I was. Oh, there he is again. Okay, I'm gonna go away from him. Yeah, that's the only other time I ever seen my brother though. Like since he got killed, it was just that one time when I asked, like, was this what you was trying to tell me? That, you know, that this person had killed you or whatever. And then after that, just that I had saw him in the dream just sitting, and that was it.
mm,
So that
okay.
just made me think of that. Like, that was all. Like, just was. I wonder if that was even my brother them times. Even though they didn't do or say nothing, it don't mean that they just still wasn't trying to mess with me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. Now, if we talk about like all information in that area, it is information that not all not all beings or spirits that visit people is
We
demons,
can't afford to
because
lose control
clearly
of this.
angels visit people, but I don't have a lot of,
Svetlana,
and I did reference one earlier where I think that that one was an angel because I thought it was trying to keep us from fighting earlier. So I don't know if this was actually your brother or not, but you know what? It kind of makes me doubt to a degree, but it could have been. But this is why.
Watch where you're shooting.
So in this book, in Luke, it's in Luke 19 or is it Luke 16? It's one of them. Luke 16. I think it's 19 though. I think it's Luke 19:16 through 31. But whichever chapter it is, I sometimes get them mixed up. But it talks about how this rich man named Lazarus, I mean, not he, Lazarus wasn't rich, my bad. How it was a rich man, and it didn't even name the rich man. They didn't even care to name him, but they named Lazarus, and they said that Lazarus was, I don't know, yeah, it said he was poor. It said that Lazarus was poor, and he used to come to the rich man's gate and eat the crumbs or try to, eat whatever he could. And it said, yeah, he was a beggar basically, and it said that some dog would lick the sores. I think he had like some sort of disease. I forget what. I don't know if it was leprosy or what, but he had something. And he had like some sort of sores all over his body. Well, a lot of sores. And it said that the dogs would come and lick the sores off his, just lick the sores from his body. And then it said that sometime later he died and he was carried to Abraham's bosom. And then it says that the rich man also died and he was carried to hell and he was suffering in flames. And then it says, and it describes how these two people that died was both in the world of the dead, but just in two different locations. And it says that Abraham's bosom was like afar off from where this person was, and you can like it was a great hole in between them, like a great gulf fixed, so that neither party could cross to the other side and be with the other side. So, but they can communicate with each other and they can see each other. I didn't kill that darn streamer.
You know what that reminds me of you telling me that for some reason? You know them people who be doing them spirit box readings? Have you ever heard of that?
Maybe. But
It's
keep going.
like, okay, I'll explain it. You might know if I explain it, because sometimes you don't know what it's called, but like, it's like they getting they be having like these crystals, and it's like this little voice box type of thing, and they be like trying to contact the dead, and they'll
Uh,
be like talking through the box, like the dead person, and it'll have their voice and everything, and they'll be like communicating back to them. Have you ever seen that?
it sounds similar to this movie White Noise, but I don't know if I've seen that.
It could. I never seen that movie, but that could be what it is. I was just wondering if that correlated at all. Like it seemed
Mm,
like it might. Like if that's the reason why they able to. Well, for one, of course, it could just be a demon, but
the
if that
bomber
could be the
about to get
reason
up
how
on you.
they. He already did.
I'm not. I shot him. Well, this the rest of the dream. I mean, the story or whatever I was saying. I kind of forgot what I was talking about now. But
You said you were saying that they was both in the
oh
same
yeah, in
place,
Abraham's bosom.
but
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Abraham's bosom was afar off, and the rich man said to Abraham, he said, Abraham, can you tell Lazarus to, excuse me, can you tell Lazarus to dip his finger in water and come and like drop it in my mouth? Let the water drop in my mouth because I am suffering in this flame. And Abraham said, remember that you and your life had good things, and Lazarus in his life had bad things or suffered bad things. And he said, and now that Lazarus is here, being comforted in Abraham's bosom or in this place, and you are there suffering in flames. And then he said, um, could you send Lazarus to my brothers? I have 5 brothers, to warn them not to come in this place. And he said, Abraham said, they they have Moses and the prophets. Let them hear them. And the rich guy was like, no. But if he said they will believe if someone rose from the dead. And Abraham said, no, they won't believe. If they won't listen to Moses and the prophets, neither will they believe if one rose from the dead. So it kind of, from that, it kind of makes me doubt that it was your brother actually, but I don't know. But I mean, I don't know what the truth is right there.
Me neither. I
Could have
don't
been.
know. I never really. I mean, I guess I have thought about it, but not really. I never really thought much about it. If it like I didn't even think of it as a real thing. Like just you was mentioning it that not the tissue thing. That was definitely some type of something. I meant like just a dream. It did. I never really thought of it as anything more than a dream. Like I never was thinking of it as like a something was trying to visit me or like nothing like that. But
And you're a smart man.
Okay, it's
yeah.
actually Luke 16:19 through 31. I was thinking it was either 19 or 16, but I think I ultimately went with 19 maybe, but or made it sound like I was going with chapter 19, but it's chapter 16. Don't you got a story to tell, or did you tell it already?
Um, yeah. But um. It was just more about like those spirits or whatever, that kind of thing. Um, there was well, I used to have these friends that I like grew up with or whatever, and their parents is from Jamaica, like well, they dad from Jamaica, like an immigrant or whatever. But besides the point, kinda maybe I don't know, but he used to always tell us growing up that there was like two ghosts that lived in their house,
Mhm.
and it was a black man with a top hat, and it was a white lady with long black hair. And he was saying he don't know who the man with the black man with the top hat was, but he knew who the white lady with the long black hair was because it was the lady who apparently owned the house before them. And he was saying the only reason he knew that is because he had looked at the obituaries, just because he wanted to know who owned the house like before him, and he had found who it was. So he had realized that that was who he saw walking around his house all the time. And he was like, don't ever go up in the attic because they live up there in the attic. Well, as kids, of course we're gonna go try to look for it. You know what I mean? So we went looking a couple of times, and nothing ever happened. We never saw it. We just figured that the dad was lying. But like our whole life though, weird stuff would be happening. Like I don't know if it was if all ghosts are demonic spirits or vice versa, or if it's like something else. I really don't know. But like it didn't like the girl, like, cause there was like a brother and a sister that lived in the house, and it didn't like the girl for some reason. Who we was all friends, but you know we both like I have a brother, she had a brother. It was like we was just friends. But yeah, it would be doing stuff to her like when she was taking a bath. It would be trying to like cut all the cold water off and cut only the hot water on, so she would get burnt. You know what I mean? Like it would just be doing like petty stuff like that. Um, and one day it was it was actually on Halloween night. It was a couple. This was just a few years ago. This wasn't even that long ago. But we was all smoking. We was sitting around. We was smoking or whatever. We was just chatting and talking and whatever. And we just got on the topic of like ghosts and stuff like that. And we started talking about them. And we was like, oh yeah, we know it's real, whatever. But I was like, yeah, figured it was real, but I ain't never seen him. She was like, I actually did see him. She was like, she was like, I saw the black man in the top hat, and I had saw the lady with the black hair. I was like, dang, for real, you actually did see him, so he wasn't lying our whole life. She was like, no, bro, he really wasn't lying. And the brother was like, yeah, she ain't lying. I saw him too. And I was like, he was like, but I didn't see him until I had got older. And by the time we got older, like high school age, we kind of just wasn't really like playing, like hanging out together that much. But I still talk to them to this day. But yeah, so we was sitting around. The mama was in there. We was just talking about like the experiences of like ghosts that we had and stuff like that. If people had any, and out of nowhere, like the door, cause we be sitting in this like room that got like two doors in it. It's like one door leads outside, and the other door just like a room that leads to the house. But it's kind of like a added on room, so it's just kind of like a extension. It's kind of like it's a outside room in the house. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's the best way to describe it. So, yeah, the door just opens and it slams shut, and we just like, oh, they just messy, cause the daddy messy. He always was trying to scare us since we was kids, and it's Halloween, so obviously we're like, yeah, so funny. Well, out of nowhere, like there was like this mason jar sitting on top of this shelf, and it like just flew across the room and smashed in the wall, like like if somebody threw it and like chucked it. That's literally what it looked like. And we was like, at that point, we was all kind of like shook, and we was like, all right,
Hmm.
playing the joke. We don't know how he could have pulled that one off. We like now we don't know how he could pull that off, but all right, whatever. Well, then after that, like, because it was like I call her my cousin or whatever. She was sitting in the chair, and there was like a broom, there was like a broom next to her. Where the broom, like I don't know, it was the lady with the black hair. Because we ended up seeing her for the first time ever, but she had like hit the broom and knocked the broom down. Like she tried to hit her in the head with the broom, and then like she was just annoyed and mad that we was talking about it. And then she like went out and slammed the door. At that point, we all got up and ran. Like we all got up and ran. We put the smokes out. Everything. Everybody got up. And we took off. We was like, night over. Night is over. But I was supposed to be spending the night. I was supposed to have been spending the night at her house or whatever that night, but I didn't. I was like, I'm fuck that. I'm going home. So I went home, but I had forgot something over there, and I was like, well, I'll just come back tomorrow, whatever, like whatever. So I had came back the next day, and I was just like, I'll spend the night the next day or whatever. So I did. Well, that morning when I woke up, everybody was going to work and stuff like that, and I didn't have to work that day, but I was going somewhere. So she was just like, well, when you leave out, just just lock the top lock or whatever on your way out. And I was like, cool, bet. So as I was going out, I had forgot something again, like while I was on my way out the house. But when I had went outside, like there's like this little window that you can see in the house, like to the kitchen. It's like up. I don't know. You can like look up and you can like see into the kitchen from this window. So when I looked over there, I had saw the black man in the top hat. Like just like the daddy always told us. I was so scared. I didn't even go back in that mug. I was like, oh well. And whatever I forgot, I still don't even remember what I forgot over there to this day. But it's been there because I didn't go back to get it. I was like, forget that. But it was just crazy because I was like, the daddy wasn't lying this whole time. Like I swear, he been telling us that since we was kids, and he was saying that the black man was her husband, but he was like he didn't know who he was. Like he couldn't ever find out who he was or nothing, but that the black man was her husband. And so yeah, I ended up seeing him. I seen him for the first time. And he was just like he described him. He was like a dark skinned, slender black man. He was dressed like he said it too, because he was like he was dressed like as if he was like back in time, like maybe from like the 20s or something. You know how they wear the suits, the top hats, and like the like the shirt with the tie, that kind of thing. that was what he looked like, and it was like a brown suit and this brown top hat, just like he told us. And I was
Who's
like,
got
dang,
meds?
that's crazy. So yeah, I done had
Good to
quite a
go.
few experiences with it, and I don't really know what they call it. Like now, the demons, the skinwalkers, I always know when I'm dealing with one of those because they're very easy to spot, and they're also really not that smart. They actually act kind of desperate. So the fact that they do act so desperate makes it easy to like
Somebody kill that
just
screamer!
know, you know what I mean? Like they just be like very, very desperate. Like I don't know what they're trying to do.
The
Like if they're
screamer
trying to
is dead.
possess you or if they're trying to kill you. I don't really know what the point of a skinwalker is. Do you?
Well, I never looked up what a skinwalker is. So what is it?
It's just a demon. Like I
Oh,
mean, but it's like a demon that actually operates in the flesh though. Like it so it's not like a demon that well they claim that they can shapeshift. It's just that usually when people see them they're usually in a normal form, which is the white skin. I told you they look like it. Literally, it's just that they don't got the hair, but they look like it. Except just like if it was like on crack or something. Like so he was super skinny. That's like what they look like. So yeah, I don't really know. So I guess you wouldn't know because you don't even know what a skinwalker is. But I don't understand the purpose of them. They're like just very, very desperate to do something to people. And I don't know if they be trying to like, I don't know if they want to kill you, if they're trying to steal your soul. Like I really don't know what the purpose of them are. Cause they just so weird and desperate. Like they'll be acting like they your mama in your face. Like they stupid. Like, I don't know. That's the only way I can describe it. They're like, honey, it's me, baby. Come give mama a hug, baby. But you looking right at it. You know what I mean? You like, I know you ain't my mama. I see you. Like, that's how dumb they are.
Thanks a lot.
Or desperate. I don't know, because I've been calling them desperate.
Hold on. Keep your head down, sister.
Come give grandmama a hug, baby.
One of ours needs help!
I'm getting beat up. I'm probably about to die. And I got this same gun that I start with, and it sucks, man.
I do too.
Oops. I just blew myself up.
Get away from me!
That was beautiful, beautiful.
Rest in peace.
Oh, gun shortage. The only new weapons you'll find on the mission are heavy weapons.
Oh man, I thought I can climb that truck.
Hmm.
Well, ma'am, I actually do know the answer. I just didn't know what a skinwalker was, even though I kind of figured it was in the evil spirit category. I never looked it up, so.
Well, yeah, I know. We kind of talked about it with Carrie, so I figured that you kind of knew what it was a little bit, because I mean, we kind of told you a little bit, but I know what you mean. Like you just never really like looked into them. Neither have I. Now when I think about it, like I ain't never. I done saw like videos when I be watching like them TikTok conspiracy video type of things, but I'm about to look it up because I ain't never really looked up a skinwalker before. And they was also saying like, oh, you're not supposed to talk about them, but that'd be some BS too. Like, okay, skinwalkers are malevolent witches in Navajo culture who can shapeshift into animals. Well, that ain't the one I'm talking about. But that's like the origin of them, though.
Okay. Well, the answer, or answers, what is the purpose of a skinwalker?
Mhm.
If it's a demon slash evil spirit, we read about some of their purposes in the book called The Testament of Solomon. Different demons have different tasks, and they They live in certain areas. So certain demons have a job to go after the newlyweds, people who just got married, or to cause the
Mm.
husband to go and cheat on the wife, or to try to cause some sort of friction and separation so that they'll divorce or just won't stick it out, get them to sin in some way. There's certain demons that cause children to be deaf in the womb. There's certain demons that have jobs to set fires in certain places. Um, some demons do that thing where they ride people, um, no matter what people call it. It can be sexual things going on that they do to people. They can appear as a woman and do sexual things with people in their dreams. It's even a demon that goes along with the sleep paralysis. But I don't call it sleep paralysis because it's a demon that's doing that. It's a demon that causes people to feel like they're stuck and they can't move, or they actually are stuck and can't move. And then they have to pray really, really hard in order to get it to go away and for them to be unstuck. I've had that happen to me in dreams several times. And it's a lot of things that we can read about in the Testament of Solomon about what they do. But what I've learned that they do, these ain't just skinwalkers, these just demons in general. They they test us, they try us. They're the ones that's going around a lot of times that's doing the testing and the trying. Like if you ever read in the scriptures where it says God tested this person or did, a lot of times I don't really read about God himself actually testing anybody. He'll actually allow an evil spirit to do it or evil spirits to do it. But he may be the one that allowed it. And because we see it in Job. You said you never read it. You said you never read Job, right?
Mm-mm.
Well, while we just sitting here, I'm gonna read a little bit of it.
Okay.
So in Job chapter 1, give me the whole thing. So this is the beginning. It says, there was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job. That man was blameless and upright, one who feared God and turned away from evil. There was there were born to him 7 sons and 3 daughters. He had 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 donkeys, and very many servants, so that this man was the greatest of all the people of the east. His sons used to go and hold feasts in one another's houses in turn, and they would send and invite their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. And when the feast days had run their course, Job would send and sanctify them, and he would rise early in the morning and offer burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, it may be that my children have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. And this is what Job did always. Now here's the main part. Then it says, one day the heavenly beings came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them. The Lord said to Satan, where have you come from, Satan? Well, Satan answered to the Lord, from going to and fro on the earth, and from walking up and down on it. The Lord said to Satan, have you considered my servant Job? There is none like. First of all, that's a question to just ask about anyway. Why in the world is this question even being asked? This can give us the idea that this goes on all the time or here and there. This seems like a frequent question or a frequent thing because he says, have you considered my servant Job? Like, out of all the people, have you considered him? And then it goes on to say, there is, this is God talking. He says, there is no one like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man who fears God and turns away from evil. Then Satan answered the Lord, does Job fear God for nothing? Have you not put a fence around him and his house and all that he has on every side? Have you blessed the work of his hands and his possessions and have increased in the land? Well, let me restate it again. And his possessions have increased in the land. And then it says, but stretch out your hand now and touch all that he has, and he will curse you to your face. The Lord said to Satan, very well, all that he has is in your power. Only do not stretch out your hand against him. So Satan went out from the presence of the Lord one day when his sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in the eldest brother's house. By the way, I just want to point out Job did nothing wrong, but this is what's going to happen. And then it says, a messenger came to Job and said, the oxen were plowing and the donkeys were feeding beside them, and the Sabaeans fell on them and carried them off, and killed the servants with the edge of the sword. And then it says, I alone have escaped to tell you. While he was still speaking, another came and said, the fire of God fell from heaven and burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them. I alone have escaped to tell you. While he was still speaking, another came and said, the Chaldeans formed 3 columns and made a raid on the camels and carried them off and killed the servants with the edge of the sword. I alone have escaped to tell you. While he was still speaking, another came and said, your sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in their oldest brother's house. And suddenly a great wind came across the desert, struck the 4 corners of the house, and it fell on the the young people, and they are dead. I alone have escaped to tell you. Then Job arose and tore his robe and shaved his head, and fell on the ground and worshipped. He said, naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return there. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. And all this Job did not sin or charge God with wrongdoing. And then it happens again in the next chapter. But that's just some stuff that evil spirits are allowed to do. So sometimes it might not even be the evil spirits. Um, how do you say it? Like, it might just be an event like this that takes place where it's not always that evil spirit is around us first and then it just messes with us, or how we may think it happens, but it just may be supernaturally that it's a meeting in heaven, or God and the devil are having a conversation, and God may say, have you considered my servant Maria? And all of a sudden God might be like, look, she's so and so and so and so, and the devil might be like, is she not those things? The same stuff he might say here, similar. And God might be like, okay, go ahead. Just don't touch her. You can touch all that she on, or it's in your power. Just only don't touch her. And then people might start dying around you or whatever. It might be a bunch of chaos around you. And you might not have sinned or did anything wrong, but it may happen. But it's all part of the test and trial. Satan said, if you take these things from him, he'll curse you to your face. That was the whole point. Okay, go do it. Let's see if he does it. God had faith that he wouldn't do it, and Job didn't do it. So Satan was wrong. Satan thought, oh, he gonna curse you to your face. You take all these things from him. He didn't do it. So it could just be trials. That lady that was at my old job just messing with me, talking disrespectful to me all the time, trying to get me fired for no reason. just people, and it's other jobs where I had stuff like that going on, or it's not exactly that, but it was other jobs where it was crazy stuff going on too. But it's just supernatural warfare, spiritual warfare. It's always something.
Yeah, it is.
Hmm. But you did remind me of something, and we do need to get to the part about how to overcome it and win the trials and all that. So I think if I do tell the story, we need to get to that part.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good on stories for now. I got more for another time.
Okay. Well, I won't tell my story.
No, I mean I still want to hear your story. I was just telling you that I was good on stories. If you trying to say that because you didn't want me to talk more, I was like I wasn't about to say nothing else anyways.
Mm. No, it's just time that we talk about the other half.
Okay.
So you reminded me of this story one time. This is real life. I wasn't asleep. I was living with my grandma in the past.
Passengers, return to
Me,
your
my
vehicles
mom,
immediately.
we was living with my grandma at the time.
Remain inside until you're clear to leave.
It was some years ago. I don't know how long ago.
Personnel, report to Cargo Bay 1.
And then I remember my sister, she came over and her daughter was here. I don't know if her daughter was living here at the time. She probably was. That would make sense, but
Looks like somebody got through.
document. And I remember they got into some altercation about something. I don't even know what it was about. All I know is they got so heated that they started to fight, and they was in the kitchen, and the dryer was where they was, and they started getting close to the dryer, and they started moving the dryer, and it was a gas dryer. So you know how to, I don't know if you know, but the gas dryer is hooked up to this gas line, and if the line comes out, the gas can start leaking, and it might have been okay still, but people was just worried about that. So, oh, I got the wrong melee weapon. Dang it! Get on my darn nerves. I forgot. Get out of the way, zombie. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So,
The fire.
yeah, they was fighting. They moved the dryer. They was moving that around and everything. And ooh, med kit. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. So, after the fight, everybody, we had to literally move my sister out of the house. Like we had to like get her out of there, separate her, and then my sister left. My niece I think went walking to calm down, so she left. I didn't care to chase nobody, so I'm chilling. I went to the back
Someone give me
porch.
some meds.
Um, and then when I come back in, my mom goes, "Where's my mom at?" I don't know if she went looking for my niece, but wherever she wasn't wherever my grandma was. So me and my grandma was in the living room with the lights off, like all the lights was off. No TV was on or nothing that I could. Yep, everything was off. So it's just darkness. So I come in from the porch. She's in there. Then I start speaking to her, and then we see this light flash from down the hallway because we're in the living room and we can see. And you know how it looked when somebody turned the TV on? It kind of looked like
Mhm.
a TV was on, but no TV was on. So thank you. So we, my grandma was the brave one. I'm at this time. I'm kind of new in my walk with God, so um, I'm not. I ain't want to go down the hall. I was like, I don't know what it is. I don't want to go see. That was me. I wanted to
Mhm.
stay right where I was. My grandma was like, "What was that?" And so we was going to go investigate, but she led the way because I didn't want to go. Um,
You should look at this.
so I followed her. She was like, "Well, come on." So she go first. I follow. And then we get down there, and she had this big picture on the wall of so-called Jesus, Caesar Borgia, the white Jesus, supposedly. Um, and he was in the picture though. This what he was doing. He was kneeling down, looking up at the sky, praying. He had the hands like he was praying. And when we looked down there, we went down the hallway. We looked in all the rooms. My mom's room was empty. She wasn't in there. Um, all the TVs was off, and there was no explanation for where this light came from because everything was off. So we knew it was supernatural. And then I told my grandma, well, when I came back to the hallway from checking, all of what it could be, right next to the bathroom was that picture I was telling you about. So I remember telling my grandma, I was like, look, and then she looked at the picture, and I was like, from looking at what he was doing in the picture, I had the idea to pray. I was like, Grandma, we should pray. And so we had went up the hall and we prayed. I don't think we prayed like right there where we was at. I think we went up the hallway and prayed. And that's it. Oh, by the way, I forgot another detail. When I asked her, like, what color was the light that she saw? Because to me, I said I saw a white flash. She said she saw a red flash. But we both saw a flash. So that was different, but other than that, that's it. That's the story.
So what do you think it was?
I think it was a good spirit because why would an evil spirit want us to pray? Because what just happened was bad. What just happened was probably due to an evil spirit. And then the following was, everybody would kick my sister out. She leave, my niece leave to go calm down. My mom go chase my niece to find out where she going. And then it's just me and my grandma. My grandma and me, we talking. And it's about some of it's biblical, spiritual stuff. And then we see this flash. Same time, she said she seen red, I seen white, but we both seen the flash. Then we end up going to check it out, and then we don't see anything that could have caused it, but we end up in a hallway where there's pictures at of so-called Jesus, and he's praying on his knees, looking at the sky. And when I saw that, I had the mind to think, well, we need to pray. Because we was led down that hallway, and that's where we was at. And that's the only thing in the hallway that mattered. Like, what else in that hallway mattered? There was absolutely nothing. No, what else could it have been? And then after we prayed, things were better. So, I don't think it was an evil spirit, because why would they want to assist us like that? But that's what happened. I think it was definitely an evil spirit before. Like when my sister and my niece was getting into it, I think that had some evil spirits involved. But what we did afterwards, no, I don't think any evil spirits was involved in that part. So that's that. I just told that story. I know it didn't have like a demonic, complete demonic activity in it. But when you said that something moved, like the spirit moved the vase or something like that, it made me think about
Yeah.
how something caused that flash.
I'm never gonna get used to that smell. I can't get out. Okay, rescue leader. We are heading
Get me out this elevator.
Right?
Bro, everybody died in the elevator?
Don't give up on each other.
Bro, we almost just failed the mission.
And then that person left. That's so messed up.
Because he thought it
And
was
they was
over.
the one who killed him. Cause I
No,
was like, why would
that
you kill him on the elevator?
that was me. The elevator was finna close. We ain't had no
No, it was
choice.
already closing, and then like the dude was like swinging at him, and I'm just like, I guess it just wasn't even thought of to be honest, because I probably would have did the same thing. I had
That
a
can.
med kit too, if you want it, where I
Wait,
died at over there.
you dead? Oh,
Yes, sir.
I ain't even know.
But yeah, good spirits.
Look at your body just hanging on this little rail. That's kind of funny.
Mm,
But what was you saying, my bad?
I was like, I think I've only been visited by like one, maybe like two good spirits, maybe. I guess in my life, but it probably been a lot more that I just didn't even realize because I think sometimes when you be visited by good spirits, you don't tend to always realize it because it's a lot more subtle than when you're visited by demons and stuff because it's always chaotic, and like
Hmm.
unforgettable type of thing. So,
They both are.
yeah, they both can be. That's true. Cause I mean, that time I was telling you, I saw that angel in my room that time that came to give me that message, like in the flesh. That was pretty chaotic and scary. Like even though it was supposed to be a good thing, it definitely didn't feel like it. Well, it did. It was just that it was so jarring. Like I don't know. It was real. It was just jarring. It was like one of them things that you just will never forget. But it wasn't a bad feeling. I didn't feel nothing negative or nothing like that.
Kill
It
the
was just
lurker.
scary. I actually felt the complete opposite of like,
This ship was
something
disaster
evil.
waiting to happen. Every precaution was taken. Well, it appears that wasn't enough. The crew followed the same procedures as every other
Oh,
ship
here
we've had
rats
aboard.
somewhere.
This ship is overcrowded.
Did you get
All
the
I ask
document
was,
yet?
why are you arguing? It happened.
I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't see it on like the bottom. Well, do you see? Are you able to see on the bottom right, like all the stuff you have?
Mm,
You don't see that
Bottom
little
right
page?
now. Maybe if I no, I don't see any page on the bottom right of my screen.
Hmm. Okay, I don't remember us finding anything, but I only know like one more document spot, so that comes to mind. Oh, so I guess we got to get to the positive, how to overcome these trials and tests and stuff.
Let's not do that again.
I like this topic. We'll have to come back to this topic because it kind of just reminds me of supernatural experiences, which is what I thought about calling the video, which I think would have been now a better topic. I mean title, because we're talking about the good spirits visiting us and the bad.
Look, medkit.
So yeah, where are you?
Oh,
Oh, did you want to get that thing up there that I marked?
no, I forgot that I was even back to be honest. I was just up here texting.
Okay,
Really?
I'm gonna see if anything is down here. I don't think I ever see a document down here. If I see one, I'll be surprised. Did you leave me?
Me?
Yeah.
Info
No.
here.
Where
What's
you
the
at?
situation?
On the other side.
We filled off the ship. Most of them are headed to the
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
mothership.
oh, I thought y'all went ahead of me. I was trying to
Find the
catch up to
rest.
y'all.
If the
Dude,
remaining
that's
pieces
funny.
help,
I didn't know you
gather
were back
any
there.
equipment you can
I was
find.
over here trying to run so I wouldn't get caught up with something and then mess up Whole time you was right there. I could have went and got it. I didn't
Well, I
know.
ain't even see
But then
nothing yet.
again, it ain't really your fault. I'm kind of tired, and I just feel
Me too.
I feel tired, and I feel just kind of drained about everything that's done happened to me today. So I haven't really just been feeling like myself, honestly.
Didn't you say that yesterday? That the evil spirits drain you? Make you feel
Oh
tired?
yeah.
Or like
Yeah,
fatigued
you
or
know,
something?
you're right. I did. Yeah, yep. When you deal with them, you feel very drained, and I constantly tend to feel that way. Like, cause I mean, there's just a lot of them in my life, I guess. But I don't know what to do anymore. Like, they just keep wearing me down. Like, it was literally like what Coda was talking about last night. It's like anytime you try to do something good or you try to turn your life around, it's like they just come to like fuck with you all over again. And I don't know. I just don't like the feeling that I be getting from people. And like, I don't know. Like, I don't like when people, like, I just don't like the feelings that I be getting from people lately.
There might be one document on this right side. I'm gonna see if it's over here, if I can. Don't see it. So, I guess I'm coming in.
Need to get through these, Zeke.
Hi, zombies. So, do you see like a little page that you got for the document now?
No, I didn't get it. I mean, I normally would be able to see if I got it. I didn't.
I need some
Mm-hmm.
meds. That did the trick. We can use these defenses.
Hold positions. There. Check your weapons.
Dang, we still didn't get none.
Let's get back to it. We should take the defense kit.
No, here.
You should look at this.
You see
So,
it?
yeah, I see it. The bandage kit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on the.
Need to shut up that.
I see.
There could be a nightmare.
Mm-mm-mm. Hmm?
I was
You
just
chuckling
reading
over there?
something. Yeah, I was just reading something that was just so funny. That's crazy. Goodness.
I was
I'm
just
so
chuckling in
tired
my
of being
mind.
pestered.
Who?
Workers down.
Pestered.
What
That's
that
the word
mean?
I use. You know, like when someone's pestering you, bothering.
I never looked that word up, no. Okay, I know what you mean now, but nope.
Yeah, it was just like a word that you ain't really tried to
Somebody
use
bothering you
per
now?
se. Somebody always bothering me, so that ain't nothing new.
Is it the same guy that was bothering you earlier?
We've got an infector.
No, that don't even matter.
Thank God.
Kill the infector.
He should ain't that one.
It's always just like the topic today. Like I'm just in a constant spiritual warfare battle, and it's just so annoying. Like it just be getting so annoying, bro. Like, sometimes I just be wanting to have a normal freaking life like everybody else. I want to have the fucking white picket fence with the dog and the husband that cares and just normal life. Like, be irky. But it's just one of them days. And I realize that I just have to be used to
Wait a
it.
minute. We was talking about spiritual warfare. This sounds like a part of it. How are they bothering you?
Yeah, it was. That's why I started talking about it because I realized the topic today is spiritual warfare. So, yeah, I was like, now's probably a good time to talk about it. But it's just the fact that, like, like I don't know, it's like spiritual warfare. Okay, I guess I can speak on spiritual warfare a little bit. Spiritual warfare to me is when you're constantly being pestered by lots of things. Like it could just be stuff that's in your mind, like your moods, um, how you're feeling, um, people that you have in your life that or don't have in your life. Sometimes, like all of that to me is spiritual warfare, and it manifests itself in so many different ways and in so many different times, but it's constant though. And like if you don't find ways to decompress, well, spiritual warfare, I realize that, and I'm gonna just say it because it's the truth. I feel like people who go, and this also ties into what we spoke. I'm not make it if I come over there. I just realized that I'm probably too late anyways now. I gotta
Nah, you don't
swim.
gotta make it. I got adrenaline, so I can use it if I need to. I was just trying to save it just in case.
I got this bandage kit. I probably need to go ahead and use it.
Yeah, you sure do. Here go another one too.
Um, what was I? What was I saying? Oh, the spiritual warfare. I feel like a lot of people in today's day and age deal with spiritual warfare so much to the fact that they end up just offing themselves, you know, like permanently, and they don't understand what they're going through, and they feel so alone that they end up just offing themselves because of spiritual warfare. And it ties into our conversation that we had yesterday, which is about being spiritually dead. So ultimately, that's where things like being spiritually dead lead to, which is also the topic today about demons. So it's like, well, the demons, they torment you, they cause you to become spiritually dead to the point to where you want to just off yourself. Like, and I feel like a lot of people do it because they don't even understand what's going on to them. They don't understand why they feel the way that they feel all the time. How come nobody understands them and why they feel just so alone in the things that they're going through. And that's kind of the reason why I wanted to make this channel, because I just wanted to let people know that I understand what it feel like if nothing else. Like, just know that you ain't alone in the way that you feeling, because I've been feeling like that practically my whole life. And I just feel drained. Like the more time going, I just be feeling drained. And I still have good days. Like I don't always just be like sad. And, you know what I mean? Like I have good days where I might smile sometimes or whatever. And I have fun and stuff like that. It's just that it never goes away though. Like that feeling. So that's just kind of like things that spiritual warfare does to you. Spiritual warfare is also leads to spiritual death. What
No,
you
you
got to
worded that
say?
wrong.
Okay,
Think about how you worded
I'm
that.
tired. I'm sorry.
My parents got on the street
spiritual,
yesterday.
spiritual, warfare doesn't lead to spiritual death. It can just be a part of it. Like if you don't get it under control, um, because you do deal with things like anxiety and depression and like being tormented.
Mm.
because you're battling demons and they're constantly coming at you from every direction that they can. Like, it could just be like something as simple as like, you already having a bad day, and then every light you go past starts just turning red. You trying to rush, and then your car tire go flat. Sometimes, like, I realize that some of the things that we can seemingly see as bad, you can also flip it and you can see it as something positive too. Like, maybe it was trying to protect you from something that was up the road and you wouldn't even know. Like, like, it could be other things at play, but I'm just saying, when you're under spiritual warfare, and if especially if you're under spiritual warfare and you're spiritually dying as well, it's a dangerous combination, and that's the people that I feel like, usually, not always, but a lot of them, they're the ones that end up.
You said something about a feeling you always have. What was that feeling?
What do you mean about, like,
Um,
a feeling?
Maybe about a minute ago you said something about a feeling you always have, something like that.
Oh, mm, it was just the feeling of being tired of constantly being in like a spiritual warfare. Like,
That's the feeling you said you always have? Or was you referring to yourself or everybody?
yeah, I was just referring to myself since the topic was spiritual warfare. I was just talking about how it feels to constantly be in battle. Like, it's
Oh,
not fun. It's draining. It's tiresome. It's all of those things, and especially when you're trying to go through it by yourself. And that's why I was saying a lot of them people just end up off in themselves. It just
mm.
be too much.
My battles haven't been like that lately.
Mm.
So I guess that's just your opinion for now.
Yeah, that's literally just my opinion. That doesn't go for everybody across the board. Some people is in spiritual battles and they winning the fight. They doing well, you know what I mean? Like, they don't have any issues. They got people in their team. Like, they got friends. They might have family members. They might have a mate, a partner, a spouse. Like, there's a lot of factors that go into this. I was just specifically speaking about people that are alone,
Okay.
and it doesn't mean all of them, just people that maybe feel like the way I do.
Mm. Okay. I am tired myself. I don't know if it's because of earlier's conversation with the guy or and we just ain't been getting all our sleep lately. I know I have for days, so I definitely know it's that. It could be that.
Yeah, I haven't either, but I'm always up. So this ain't nothing new for me, but I just feel like different today. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, I just feel different than I did yesterday and all the days before, but it's not like I haven't felt like this before. It just, like, this feeling reminds me a lot of how I used to feel when I lived in that house. Truthfully.
Thanks for the ride, Stevie.
Do we hug, kiss, or should I just quietly watch you approach your imminent death?
Silence suits you best. Have fun with your train in that case.
So scriptures that talk about the devil as like either being the accuser or maybe called the accuser. We had Job 6 through 12, which I did read tonight when God and the devil was having that conversation. Oh, I can't stand this mutator, the leg day. Gets on my nerves.
Eyes open. We gotta hide her. It's a cargo terminal. Look for a way through. We were too loud.
Oh yeah, and Job 2:1-7. Zechariah 3:1-2. Somebody's opening the door. That was you?
Mm-mm. I'm over here in a battle, trying to fight these zombies off. They just swarming me. I got this stupid gun.
Okay.
Barely even works.
What you doing there out here, girl?
Maintenance tunnel under these trains. Starting to feel like a gopher. Stay close. Too many blind spots.
In Revelation 12:10.
Hey! There's a way up! Over here! Time to get topside.
Ronnie, must be a lurker.
Creeper down.
Guess who's going to sleep early tonight?
Me.
Who? Who you say?
Me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got it right. They go out chainsaw. That's good. We need it though.
Reloading.
Yeah, I feel like I do. I guess it's probably for the best. Like whenever I be feeling
Medkit there if
whatever,
anyone
I
needs
just
it.
be like trying to go to sleep, take my mind off of things. That's another thing. Oh, spiritual warfare. We said we was wrapping it up about what how to combat some of that. Well, one of the ways that I combat some of that is, dang, I ain't gonna be able to climb up here cause I'm gonna fall down. I mean yeah,
I
I'm
need
gonna fall
meds.
down. Let's see.
No
Let's
holes
just
in
do
this
it.
fence and way
See
too
what
high.
happens.
No, come on, people. Find us a way out of here.
I'm still alive. I guess once your health go to 0, it won't take anymore.
Yeah, you right.
Oh, spiritual warfare, ways to combat demons. Um, don't
I see the
linger
medkit.
on negative thoughts, evil
Creeper.
thoughts. If you get
Creeper
negative
neutralized.
thoughts or evil thoughts or emotions or feelings, you
I'm gonna blow the door.
try to busy your mind with something else, preferably something positive, and not like something negative. Like I don't know, go like
The train
I
control.
realize some of the worst things you can do is like go listening to sad music, um, even listening to like demonic music, um, toxic behaviors. Like that makes it worse. Like just some of the things. That's just what I got to say for right now. You can say whatever you got
Get
to say.
ready.
Okay. Well,
Shit. Here they come.
there is a lot of ways to combat spiritually. One of them is learning to control your dreams and meditating and visualizing yourself fighting a period. It could be fighting Freddy Krueger, Jason, but whoever and whatever it is, you can practice that. Um, and once you start to learn to use God's powers in dreams, that that'll help you out. And it all kind of works through the same formula of faith and having faith and not doubting. Prayer helps. I don't do a lot of fasting, so I can't speak on fasting, but I can imagine that helps too. Spiritual songs, because it'll help you spiritually, strengthen you spiritually, certain ones. Um, especially if they're righteous and got good lyrics. What else? Reading the Bible, getting increased in spirit, whether you're having a conversation with somebody, however you get increased in spirit, increased in faith, those help. And it's a simple prayer that I learned, where if you feel the evil spirit is around or no one is around, you can just say, I cast all evil out in Jesus' name, or whatever name for the Son of God you use, in whatever language that is. And that'll get them out of there, but you have to say it like you mean it. You got to say it with force and not doubt. Alright, he finna hit the button up there.
Get through the gate!
Bomber's on his way.
Hey, go! Get through the gate! I'm going in. Get the bomber!
Those are just a few that I can think of. Oh yeah, it said in the Bible that David,
Smells like
at times when Saul, the king, was tormented by an evil spirit, David would play the harp, and he was such a talented player, it would cause the evil spirits to leave from King Saul, and he felt refreshed.
fresh ammo coming up.
So that,
Let's go.
hmm so ultimately it came down to like how to fight demons, which I remember doing a video on, and I had like 7 different ways.
Spotted a hazmat.
Did you run ahead, Moon?
No, I'm still back here.
Still back there.
Hang on.
There was a cave-in.
Come here, ma'am.
Cute.
Museum in the park. Old monastery. No noise.
Any ways to fight demons that you got in mind that I left out?
When they spot us, fucking run.
They heard us. Move! Go! Do not stop!
Oh yeah, I just thought about, if you're ever possessed and you want to get the demon out of you, you can, dang, don't touch me. Jeez Louise. Chainsaw, chainsaw, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? So, you can also, don't touch me, zombie. Back up off me, son. So you can, if you don't want to be possessed anymore, you can say, I cast, not I cast, I'll leave it out, but you can, just admit and say, rather in your mind or out loud, that you don't want to be possessed anymore. And once you say that and confirm it, they have to leave. They can't stay with you because you no longer want to be possessed by them. And it kind of goes back to that scripture, Amos 33. Can two walk together except they be agreed? So it's like you're resisting or refusing to continue to walk with them.
Shit! Swarm's running towards the attack!
Go get it.
Look here.
Go get it. How many times I gotta tell your goofy butt to go get it? Go get it. Get up. Okay, we'll stay over that end.
Gas the screamer moving in.
My nephew still tripping.
He be on one.
Huh?
I said he be on one with his little self.
They be on like 4 of them.
He don't be all that. He really just be chilling.
Man, he be
He ain't
chilling, but
even loud.
he ain't. But he be, I'm talking about like, he be wanting stuff, and I be like, go get it. And he won't move. I'm like, don't
That's
you want
all
it?
children.
I'm like,
They be
don't
like,
you want
"Oh,
it?
yeah, you
All
better
he
go
wanted
get it."
was some darn crackers and something to drink. And I'm like, go get it. I wasn't finna give him no more drink at the time. But he ain't even finished all his drink now. But anyway, he wanted these crackers. And he just now getting the crackers. Come on. And he finally got up to get something. Get up, sit down.
Shit! They're coming.
Well, I know we was very sleepy, but we got it done.
Yeah, we got it. We discussed it until we discussed.
Hmm.
We still did the wheel, regardless of how we was feeling. So,
Hmm.
that won't go unnoticed.
Door charge is gonna
Neither
blow.
one of us is really feeling. I can even just tell by the tone of your voice that you wasn't all the way, you know.
Yeah, I was sleepy. Tired. I only got 5 hours of sleep today. Well, yesterday, like 5 hours the day before, 5 hours the day before. And I had already been behind on sleep anyway, like before we started doing this whole week of podcasting and going live. So it was like, I'm coming off of a good, getting some sleep schedule because I wasn't getting a lot of sleep anyway.
No, me neither. Plus, I'm just one of them people that stay up. Like, that's one thing that he was telling you about me earlier that's definitely very true. Like, he know that about me for sure. Like, I definitely just be up. That's just normal for me. But I just haven't been getting like any sleep. Like normally I be good. Like I can run off of a few hours here, a few hours there.
Yeah, that seems the norm lately, to a degree.
But lately, I ain't been getting any at all. Like how you was saying. Like I think last night I got like 3 hours of sleep, if even that. And then I tried to lay back down, but it was just like broken sleep. So I just ended up just being like, well, I'm gonna just go ahead and get on up and try to get some stuff done.
Be like that sometime. I thought I was gonna have a night like that because I didn't even feel like going to work. Well, I was thinking, I don't know if I'm going to work today. The way I was feeling, but I went.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Still got it done,
Dang.
regardless of how you was feeling.
I'm gonna be down. I just disinfected and got right back infected. Insane. And just got infected again. Oh no, I didn't. Thank God. I'm down. My melee weapon was not. I still had the wrong melee weapon. Come here. Pick that up. Throw it away. Put it on. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream.
Yeah.
Miss Ma'am.
Yeah, for sure. I was just about to tell you the same thing that I was about to go ahead and hop off here because I can't do no more.
Okay. Well, I don't know who I watched and will watch, but thanks for watching and joining.
Yeah, thanks to Miss Candy for stopping by today, for real. That was cool. And whoever else came through, I'll be back soon.
Okay. Well, you get some rest. Talk to you later, God willing.
Yeah, God willing, you too.
All right.
Later.
Later.